Okay, today I got in the lids I ordered from TPI, Technology Plastics. First thing I noticed was the lids look completely unfinished. They've all got rough edges. I would not be able to give that to a customer. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but they just all look completely unfinished. Some of them, the holes aren't even drilled all the way through. I have to go and poke the holes out. If you try to pull these chads off, the type of material it is, I've actually ripped a couple of those, pulling those chads off. These rods are what they sent me. I can't even believe they sent me these. They just look like the cheapest looking things I've ever seen. And they're nowhere near long enough. This is what a dumpster lid should look like. This lid is probably 30 years old. It's torn here, but you know what? It holds up, it's flat against the dumpster. It's not bending against itself because it's got this recess here. And that'll probably last another 10 years, even though it's jacked up. These lids here, they're not even gonna last 6 months. When I came out here in the summer heat this morning, put it on, first thing it did was this cracked on me. Very first time I opened it, both sides cracked open. This is the first one I put on. It was probably 90, 95 degrees out here this summer. When I put it on and it tore, I pulled it with my hand, it pulled apart, just like it was made of butter. And this type of material, I don't know if you can see this over the camera, but it is so thin and bendable and malleable, there's no way this is gonna last any time at all. These lids are just complete junk. And lastly, actually second to lastly, the rods. These are the rods they sold me. They're about 2 inches too short. Aside from the general cheapness of the way they look, they are not long enough to use. Let me get a standard rod here that I got from another company. Top one, not usable. Bottom one, perfect. Top one, not usable. Bottom, perfect. I don't know what they're thinking being so cheap. They could have added another 1.5 inches, might have cost them another 15 cents, but it wouldn't have been a usable piece of material where this is not. Lastly, these dog ears. They sold me these things to use on a rear load dumpster. They had to have known these were 2 inches. And all I need is this much for this rear load dumpster. So one more thing, can't usable. So we got 3 things we got from them: the dog ears, the rods, and the lids. And not a single one of them can be used. $2,500. I had cut my order in half. I was gonna order $5,000 worth of this useless material from these guys.